shock towels ever. Well, it's an 80,000 mile motor. It's out of a Lincoln Navigator. It's a 6-bolt main motor, pretty stout. Rods are straight. Bottom of the pistons look great. There's no wear, nothing I can see. Cylinders, the ones I can see, part way up, they look fine. The piston skirts look fine. Everything looks good. The oil pan, nothing in it, looks great. No sludge. 5.4, dual overhead cam, 32 valve. I'm just kind of breaking it down just a little bit. I'm not pulling the heads off. I'm just going to swap the cams. I got a set of 4 GT cams out of one of the supercars. It's got a little bit more lift and duration than the Cobra cams or the cams that came in this truck motor. So I just got to get the water pump. It's got a long snout water pump on it in the trucks, and so I got to swap it over from my 4.6. It's got a short snout, and I got a high flow water pump on my 4.6. So I got to get this cam swapped over. I just wanted to pull it kind of apart, make sure everything was looking good, and then I got to get the manifolds off here because I got to cut them and start fabbing up they're cast steel. They're not cast iron, they're cast steel, so I can weld onto them. I'm going to switch sides on them, turn them around, and they're going to turn them into my turbo headers. You know, it's not ideal, but if you've ever priced out a set of Cobra headers, there's a premium on anything Cobra, and you know, and this is a 4-valve motor. They don't make anything for the 5.4 or the 5.8, so essentially I just have to buy everything for the like 0304 Cobra, and just this same motor, it's just bigger displacement, so it's a taller deck height, which makes it wider. Other than that, it's exactly the same motor, but it is it's got a forged crank. It's got cast rods, you know, it doesn't have forged rods. It does have forged pistons. They're not hyper-eutectic pistons. So that's good. This year is a good year for them. I've got the MMR 5.4 to Coyote adapter plates. So I'm going to be running a 2018 model Coyote intake, which I have in the house. And then I have a 85 millimeter throttle body with a drive-by-wire. Is that right? No. Cable, drive-by cable, like old school, like off Fox bodies and the older Mustangs. So it doesn't. I don't have to worry about retrofitting, you know, to the new style drive-by-wire system. Anyway, so I got that, and it'll run off my throttle positioning sensor and everything. I don't have to mess with that. Then I got a giant mass air meter aftermarket for Lightning, so that'll work just fine for my you know, light boosted applicator. I'm gonna run 10 pounds. That's it. Cool. S485 Garrett, not Garrett. Is it Garrett? Fort Warner turbo. It's a water and air cooled piece of junk, but 10 pounds of boost all I need out of it, so it'll be good. Anyway, I'm going to continue with this. I'm on. Yeah. I'll continue with this. Guess I gotta get that time cover off. I like this stuff. I'll cover it off. Put it back over. I didn't have the right bolts. So, you know, when anybody tells you, when they talk about putting in a big block in a Mustang or whatnot, in a new Edge or, 99 to 04 Mustang, they say, why don't you put a big block in? And they're like, oh, it's too heavy. Bullshit. Let me tell you something. The 4.6s and the 5.4s that come in these cars, they're only 150 pounds lighter than a 460 Ford motor. That's it, 150 pounds. Okay, we're talking 700 pounds versus this motor right here is 565 or 565 pounds dressed. Okay, a 4.6 is 520 pounds dressed. That's a heavy fucking motor. These are huge fucking motors. So, if you're ever thinking of doing a swap to a big block of any kind, you don't have to worry about the weight. You're not losing weight. Trust me. You're more going to make up for it in torque. I just didn't have access to a big block. I got a great deal on this. I had it delivered, drop ship right here to my house. I didn't have to mess with it. I found a 460 out of a old police interceptor from the 70s. It was a great deal. It's just I could not get the guy to drop ship. He wanted me to come pick it up, and I was just not about to drive halfway across the country for what I consider one of the coolest motors ever made. So this, I got it $800 shipped with, $275 shipping included in that price. So I got the motor for, I don't know, like $500 and something. I don't know. Great deal. Yeah. All right. Now, and if anybody's wondering, this is a 5.4 is a 331 cubic inch motor.